Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Sunless Skies. We're arriving in Hybras, and hopefully we have enough things. Is this nature? Asks the princess. It is. Hopefully we have enough supplies for the journey back home. Because what we're doing right now is we're leveling up. So I'm gonna focus not on that. I think I'm good enough with the hearts right now. But I'm gonna have a little bit of heart still. And I'm gonna go mirrors and hearts, hopefully. Let's see what we can pull off over here. So, mirrors. Which one is mirrors? Is that mirrors? What is that? That is mirrors. Okay, so I need an eye and a heart. Well, mostly I just need to look for an eye, and then we'll figure out if we have anything else. We don't have anything else. No, we do. No, well, we don't. So, let's go with that. Or, well, that's the only eye that we have, isn't it? No, we have a coterie. Huh. Along with some dear friends and acquaintances, you have formed a tightly bound clique of free spirits. You unlock this by having an affiliation with Bohemia. Oh. Finding the prevailing opinions of society stifling, you sought solace among more congenial company. What shared interests brought you together? A love of art, which is probably what I'm gonna go with, or a thirst for adventure. That is gonna remove one of my nightmares, however. Really? That's kind of cool. Huh. Poetry, painting, music, sculpture, you mean to add to the beauty in the world. You are one another's fiercest critics and most dedicated supporters. How lovely. It is really nice to find a group of artists like that. Okay, let's go in there. Although it sounds, I would say, very novel to my doctor over here, because she has been. I always wanted. I didn't mean for her to be, you know, uptight or anything like that. So Bohemian sort of sounds a little bit like that, but I guess if it's just for art and stuff like that, it depends. It depends on how things work. Or who they are anyway. A fledgling colony trying to dig its fingernail. We have shops. Oh, we have shops. Ooh, holy balls, we have shops. Okay, let's put that over there. And this is bales of cedar woven bombazine. I know what bombazine is. I had pens made out of this stuff when I was a kid. I didn't know it was that old. Also, I pronounce it bombazine, but that's just because of Portuguese. Yeah, it's really good. It's really good cloth. Just very warm and durable and resistant. It's just good stuff. Should I get it though? Because I got these things. They were really expensive. These ones are not as expensive. They're basically half the price. So I would say I want to get them. I am concerned that I'm not going to be able to buy anything. Or buy supplies though. But we're going to take care of that eventually. Let's see. Shore leave in a fungal meadow. Hybras Deserted or Hybras. We've learned. There's no sign of a soul about. But I can take that. That is 100% chance of success, which is great. I can write a port report, which is also pretty good. Let's go ahead and do that. The station master professes ignorance. His manner has not improved in the absence of everyone else. There are new shades of to the fungus, indigo, crimson, jet. The trees have taken on a new pallid hue. Spores cloud the air. The silence is almost restful. The colonists' houses are dark, and there's no sign of a soul about, except for the station master. The smithy is empty. No smoke comes from the Brendan's chimneys. The fretwork on the town hall remains unfinished. A bee laced with curling frond flies by. Its drone, the only sound in Hybras. So I'm going to take the prisoner's honey that we learned last episode. Was apparently going to show us where everybody is. I'm afraid. Also, I remind you, these were all very old people as far as I remember. And I don't remember what their objective was, but I think we're going to be reminded if they are all right. This was the humiliated magician's advice. Let's do this. I like that, though. You locate a comfortable armchair in the Brendan and pour yourself a small measure of the honey into a little teacup after you've cleaned it off the of the mushrooms. The pernickety factor has refused to partake. I'll keep watch. Besides, I don't know where it's been. Yeah. You dream of... The pernickety factor is our signaler? No. What the heck is a pernickety factor? They're not here. I mean, they are with us. I remember. Anyway, doesn't matter. You dream of a revel in a forest, a real forest with trees and vines. Young men and women run through the trees, laughing and dancing, while serpents look on from the branches. A large woman serves you tea. A straight-backed, officious lady invites you to play cricket. She's a mean batsman. They do not speak of former times. Their voices ring in your ears as you wake. And my terror has fallen. On the trails of the vanished colonists, you have found the missing colonists in a honey dream. Well... have I, now? The colonist is... oh, that's back. I can conceal the truth from the pernickety factor. Oh, right, okay, so pernickety factor is the person we're doing the quest for. And I would say... I don't remember who they are. These are affiliations. I think it's in possessions here. Passengers. The pernickety factor. She has very precise tastes in tea, tea houses, and teacups. She is seeking several missing colonists. Of course I'm not going to hide the truth. I'm going to report the findings. Whatever happened, it might be that they're not really dead or gone or trapped in a different dimension or something. I don't know. Let's tell them. The pernickety factor looks up from her tea when you wake. Didn't let it steep long enough, she sighs. Was the magician right? I don't know what it means to steep the tea. I know how to make tea, that's not the issue. I don't know what the word means. I suspect I know what it is, but anyway. Her eyes widen as you begin your explanation. She sits in silence for a long while when you finish. So the colonists made a bargain with the serpents behind the glass. I can't... That's... Ellipses have 3 dots, please. I can't help but wonder if we're... And she shakes her head. London looks after its servants. Should you need assistance in the future, I'll put in a word. And I have now... Oh, she left. I now have a cryptic benefactor. Oh, yeah. That's the first one I have, I'm pretty sure. That's not possessions, is it? It is. Interesting. She intends to remain on Hybras for a little longer yet, and will not be departing with you. Absolutely. Well, unfortunately, we're sort of boned. It's interesting that they have this, but we're boned. I mean, maybe. We could go that way. Honestly, we should go that way. Let's see. So that's a click, and that's a click, and that's a click, and that's a click. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So it's just a click longer. But if I can avoid the terrible creatures that exist to the west, then that's a good thing. And if I die, I can reload because we're not going to be anywhere else. So we're going this way, which is not ideal. But yeah, cruise control, very helpful. Agatha's Way, we've been here. Is this a narrow passage or is that? No, that is a path. That's fine. I'm not gonna crash. It looks like I will. And still, this sound, just very, very unnerving. This would be absolutely terrifying. I mean, after a while, you just tune it out, I suppose, if you lived here. But this sound, just the mountains creaking against each other, just whatever this sound is, it's like. I feel sound is a very important aspect of any place that you visit. Sound design in games is so important precisely because of that, but it's tricky to convey. It's tricky to convey the importance of sound and sometimes the absence of it until you've gotten a couple of examples for yourself. The spores are thick here, deadening the sounds of the sky. I was speaking precisely about that. Yeah, it's I have a couple of examples that if I think about it, I can, so that like specifically places that I've been to where that's somebody over there. Okay, you're going down, sir. Okay. Yeah, we took a little bit of damage, but that's fine. We can raid the safe, or we have 64. Yeah, let's raid the safe first. And again, a little bit of money. Okay, and the experience, of course, is very important. So I have a couple of places that I've been to where the sound is just so fundamental to the experience of the places. The top of a mountain, for example, if it's a very windy, open mountain, is just... It's just that, really. Like, that is unlike anything else. It's the top of the mountain with wind. You can hear wind, and wind is a very menacing sound, but to be on top of the world, effectively, well, not instead of the world, you can have other mountains around you, but on top of more things. I really don't want to mess with you right now, if you wouldn't mind. Oh, there's things over here. I can't mine them, though, unfortunately. Yeah, I don't have my mining thing. Or forests. I've always enjoyed forests since I was a kid, or just places with a lot of trees. But the sound that you get from, well, the silence, it's a special sort of silence when you're surrounded by trees. But it depends as well. If you have a lot of birds, I guess it's not as much. But yeah, that's also very, very special. And that's basically the only two examples I can think of. It wasn't too bad. Look at that. We made it. That's only two examples, but we're still hearing this thing. I have no idea what it's supposed to be. I don't understand. I don't think we should be hearing it. Might be a bug. It stopped, of course. Jervaise's Rest, that's where we are. Let's look at the bazaar. Let's look at supplies. Absolutely buy supplies. 3 of them. 4 of them. Selling, we can't sell anything. And I don't think we have anything to do over here. We have these things. Jervaise's Rest. Let's see. Visit the... Well, the urchin is not here, and I have hiccups. So, yeah, let's continue. We have a quest regarding helping the circus. Travel to Lustrum to find the missing twin. Yep. And that is... Do you have anything to do in Carillon? I wonder if it tells me if I have... No. Should we go there? Or should we go to New Winchester first? No, we should go to Lustrum. It sort of sucks that I am carrying around other things. But it's fine. Also, I didn't find the thing that I thought I was gonna find up in Hybras. The little other thing. This. The flowers. Or seeds, or whatever those are. So I'm not really sure what the map tells me. Or maybe just random. Or maybe it's outdated information. Could be all of them combined for all I know. So from here, we're going immediately south. We're gonna pay a visit to Carillon, especially because of our terror, which is still pretty good. 17% is pretty nice. I think before, when we got that occasion where we spent days and fuel just going around, interestingly enough, not supplies, but in that event, I think it was a terror event, and I think it was not that high. I thought it was like 25 or something like that, but I didn't actually confirm. Oh, part of the sound left us. There's things. Okay, what do we have over here? A pernickety factor that I got. It's not what I got. It's, what is it called? Crockery. Crockery. That's one. Nostalgic crockery. I still don't know what the word crockery stands for, or it means, in fact. But I get the gist. Loading something. Did you notice the chug? And here we are. Back at the devil's place. Carillon. They say scourging is good for the soul. I prefer a spa. The princess's smile is bright. Oh. She's feeling upbeat about that. I mean, this is basically hell. It's a very interesting notion. Come to hell to just do some business. Not business. Purge your soul of the bad things that you have. And look at that, I have those items. Maybe they want that. I don't know. An Overgrown Shrine. Well, I don't really have a mission to do over here. I have things to do over here, but I don't have the, I would need the special abilities. Actually, wait a minute. I can enter the foyer. Write a port report. Let's go for that. And, and we've read that one a couple of times already. Is it here, or is it... Let's go talk to the Deviless over here. Greetings, Doctor. How may we stretch, strain, purify, and strengthen you, now that you've come to Carillon? And then, yeah, everything is the same. Okay, so I would need to go here, so that I could go into the Overgrown Shrine. I can contemplate the statue. Isn't that the one for... Yeah, terror goes away. While the statue is the raw material of nightmares, it's still good because it's pretty. Although, wait, what? Oh, right. I need to travel around Carillon, and this is how we do that. So, 77 is not too bad. We did get a level up on that, so actually I haven't looked at... Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. We got 45 up in here, so it's almost as good as our hearts. That wouldn't be too bad at all. So, yeah, let's perform a ritual of purification and enable entrance to the Bell Garden. Oh, wait, no, that's the entrance purification ritual. Didn't I do that already? I did. Do I need to do that again? I don't think I need that. Why? Okay, let's look at our missions. So how well do you know the place of penance? You have learned what happens at Carillon. The Deviless would like you to find a devil in the Gaslight Terrace. Which is not where we are, is it? It is. Let's do that. Dozens of newcomers walk in that direction. It must be safe. It must be a safe choice. Right. I wouldn't trust that. Let's go over here to the Gaslight Terrace. Thought it was going to be the terrace of glass statues, but that's a different thing, of course. In a flow of ordinary folk, your companions are a lady in a buttoned cloak and a young male student. They talk among themselves about the seasonable warmth and about how the yellowish glow of the lamps does not show blue silk to best effect. Their words are commonplace, their hands folded and gloved, their opinions supplied by a respectable gazette. You have almost forgotten them even while you are still walking together. The path descends by shallow steps to a broad terrace, as crowded as an imperial exhibition. Gaslight lampposts are scattered irregularly across a flagstone terrace. Between them are stations, each containing a patient receiving a treatment. The supervising devils tend these stations, stopping first here and then there like bees at flowers. And I can approach the Spineless Curate, and I believe... No, this is the one. I can gain penance, which is good, because I think I need it for another mission. And I can't see our missions from here, but I'm going to approach the Spineless Curate, because I have learned what happens at Carillon, and the Deviless would like to find a devil in the Gaslight Terrace. He sits in stocks, attended on by a devilish orderly. At the nearest station, a curate has been shackled into an ordinary pillory. His eyes beseech you to visit him. I'm going to meet the Spineless Curate over here. I've seen something. In this light, it's hard not to see things. A devilish orderly jabs the curate with a needle. At the sight of the jab, the curate's skin goes lavender. I'm being treated for not believing in God. I've tried everything. Prayer, fasting, long weekends with a professional saint. None of it worked. My sermons were suffering. My bishop complained. And has it helped? I have dreams of snakes and angels, he says. It hasn't made me a mystic. I don't think the devils are real either. Just men with funny eyes, aren't they? The devilish orderly smiles with extra teeth. That is funny. That is really good. Oh man, some of these encounters are just... Mwah, it's perfect. At the nearest station, the curate has been shackled into an ordinary pillory. So I need to pay the curate's price, which would... Yeah, this is why I didn't mess with this yet. pay an alternate currency. I need enlightenment for 5. So I need a penance for enlightenment first. Gain a penance of enlightenment. That sounds good to me. The last time it doesn't sound. It sounds terrible because the last time I tried it was like 55% chance to do. It's the worst thing. I'm pretty sure they're bugged. But 77% is just like it's good. It's a good chance. It's a good chance. Visions, imagination, the ability to see beyond the nearest convention. That's what the devils are trying to evoke here. And I succeeded. See, I think those are like hedged or something. It's not really a choice, or I don't know. We'll see. It's not really a chance. I mean, it's just like you either succeed always or you fail always. Or maybe it doesn't allow you to try it. I don't know. A dissolute and bored-looking young woman used to favor sweet wines and carob candies. For the penitent's own good, she has to wear a hat lined with needles for the next several hours. Do you feel any more interesting now? Asks the supervising devil. As for your punishment, it does not bear speaking of. For a month afterwards, you see devils dancing in the corner of your eyes. Yeah, that's always our thing. So I can go back to the spineless thing, but I will need... I didn't have that, did I? No, I didn't, because I only have the one. I suppose I could do that more. So I need a shift in perspective. I think that's the one I tried. Let's see. So I need to go around Carillon. Shift in perspective, the Chequerboard Gardens. But by the time you come out of the plain checkerboard, your calves are hurting. Oh, right, because that's... It is sometimes this happens. Or maybe we're supposed to read not a long journey, but by the time you come out onto the plane of the checkerboard, your calves are hurting. Maybe that's how you're supposed to read that. So how about that? 48%, that sounds awful. So we can... Yeah, it's just that's never going to happen. Although, well... So, rounding that to 2/4 and rounding the other one to 3/4, the chances of me landing... I'm trying to consider here how likely would it be that I get 4 more of the other checks done with a single terror. And because I can tell how likely it is that I get one of these checks done with a single terror. So the other one is basically a 1/4 of chance every time. So we're gaining... So I need 5 checks for that chance to basically apply. So we have... No, I need 4 checks. Because I can give one away. So, yeah, I need 4 checks. Either way, roughly, we're talking... I think the other one is still more likely. Even like, especially if we account for it's a 48% rather than a 50, and it's a 77 rather than a 75. So I'm gonna return to the center of Carillon over here, and I'm gonna do the other one a bunch of times, because this is because I think it is more likely that that we succeed at this 4 in 5 times than it is likely that I succeed once in 2 times for the other one. That's the wall math, and I'm doing it in my head. And I've succeeded once, so it's basically 3 more, 2 more. Of course, these are high chances. Oh, I'm not reading them, and I bet they're all amazing. Gaslight lampposts are scattered irregularly. That's not the one. A professional chaperone was brought here for failing to cultivate any particular talent. As punishment, she is eating a salad made of nothing but peppercorns. I actually don't know what peppercorns are. The supervising devil watches and takes notes. So that's the other one. A glass-eyed nanny produced a pamphlet on health-giving exercise and circulated it to the servants. As punishment, she is receiving tutelage in the use of a unicycle. Is this making you at all more ambitious? Asks the supervising devil curiously. I think... I'm getting a faint whiff out of this, that the sins, or whatever they're gaining penance from, let's call them sins, because I'm pretty sure, are they called that? Maybe, are self-imposed. They're things that people are regretful for, which makes total sense, because penance would be more directly towards that than anything else. So I can get another one, and succeeded again, so yeah, that just sort of proves my point. It doesn't prove my point, because that's not how chances work. But I'm thinking it's impossible to fail that choice, and it was also impossible to succeed at the other one that I had like 55% chance to succeed at. The proprietress of a tea shop used to favor sweet wines and carob candies. For the penitent's own good, she is having scales grafted to the skin. Tears form at the corners of the sufferer's eyes. That sounds badass, actually. I mean, unless it's like one of the nasty things that it's like nasty, you know, because it scales. Hopefully they're gonna be properly grafted and not just gross and all infected. A foppish gentleman. These are all randomly generated, by the way. I think there's basically there's three things. He tells who it is, what they did, and what they're doing now. A foppy gentleman never before coming here did anything of which the neighbors might not approve. Yeah, you see that. That's even a weirdly phrased sentence. Until the penitent recovers from this inclination, he is... But it's not incorrect, but it is a weirdly phrased sentence. He is being forced to wear a necklace of rats. That sounds lovely. The supervising devil jots down observations of the penitent's progress in such categories as imagination, ambition, and capacity for supervision. So I have 5 now, and everything is good. See? I told you. I did the right thing just then. So let's go to the Spineless Curate, and fortunately we can pay the alternate currency. I was like, where the heck is it? It's over here. The curate will hardly care how his rescue is achieved. There is a great deal of penance, and it is heavy. The pillory releases the curate, and he reels over to sit down at the base of one of the lamps. He has learned something from your enlightenment, but he does not say what it is. After a few minutes, the curate catches sight of a patrolling devil. Shaking, he gets to his feet. Have a warning for you. Meet me in the Bell Garden. It's harder for them to overhear us there. Then he heads to the center of Carillon, stumbling a little even on the shallow staircase. And I've lost my penance, but everything is fine, because apparently I can just get it whenever I want to. I've also gained experience, which is also very good, because that I can't get whenever I want to. I also have the end of the episode. I just now looked at the clock, so yeah. Well, it's bound to come. There's gonna be more ends of episodes, so I guess we're gonna have that whenever we want to. But for right now, I'm Carillon RPG, and this has been Sunless Skies. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead and leave a comment, like the video if you want to see the next episode come out sooner rather than later. But above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye bye.